Now moving on to exercise 3C of Getting to Know ArcGIS Desktop, updated for ArcGIS 9.3. Of course, begin by opening the ArcMap. Exercise 3C is on page 43. Open an existing map like the previous ones, and open exercise 3C. This time, in this exercise, we'll be focusing on the attribute tables behind the layers that are shown visually here. How do you get to the attribute tables? Well, that's quite simple. You just go to the table of contents, right click on the cities Earhart visited, and open attribute table, left click. This is a table of all the data of that layer. There are we called object IDs. There are 28 objects with, I believe, 10 or 11 fields. The fields are called object ID, shape, country, name, name of the city, capital, yes or no, etc. Under shape, there are normally 3 shapes: points, lines, and polygons. And in this example, they are cities, they're points. You can do several things in the attribute table. For example, resize. So you can, as shown in step 4, you can resize the name, the departure area, because the E was cut off, you can resize that. Other things you can do is, if you don't want to see something, you can resize it away, such in step 7. In step 8, we'll be looking at the names of the cities she went in. Let's say, for example, we want to rearrange the table so that names come before the country. You'll simply left-click on name, move it to country, and as you see, the name now comes before the country. The next step, step 10, is to look at one individual object, to highlight one individual object, in this case, Tucson. Now, if you take this away, you'll see that one city in particular has been highlighted, namely Tucson in the United States. Let's clear this selection. You clear a selection by clicking on Options and Clear Selection. Now let's look at a different attribute table, namely the flight path attribute table. Now you'll go again to the table of contents, right-click Flight Path, and open the attribute table. This attribute table has now 5 fields and 26 IDs. These are polylines. That simply means it's a line that has also a width. You have the length from city and the to city. We can sort these by distance, so we can, for example, sort by ascending, and you'll see that the length of the order is given now by length, from the largest to the smallest. Last thing that we can do is now go to Statistics. So we will right-click on Length, and then select Statistics by left-clicking, and you can see some of the statistical tools that the attribute table can show you. That brings us to the end of chapter 3, exercise C. If you finish this, go on to your exercises for the week, and we will continue next week with chapter 4.